emphasis.
No, I literally just did it to
Contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall, guys. One fall.
just one.
Yeah.
Well,
We recognize this music.
He is the NCCW reigning champion. He is the Red Rattlesnake. He is
the man, the number one man, making such a impactful appearance, got so excited that the crowd couldn't hold him. Pretty Ricky Willdy, your NCCW champion, having some fun here in Simcoe.
Always excited to be here. The crowd is excited to have Ricky here. Now the question becomes, who is the opponent?
Well, originally scheduled to be Jesse V, was going to be the poison of Kyle Boone. Let's see what's going on here. And again, this is for that NCCW Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, we weren't expecting to have a title match here today.
No.
But here we are, a defending champion, a fighting champion. Ricky never says no to a challenge.
All I'll say is the main impression I've gotten from our champion here is he is absolutely insane.
Pure energy. That's
Pure
what you're going to get
energy.
from Ricky.
Aura, if you will.
Aura. That's what the kids say.
Yes, I'm the kid.
and his challenger.
Wait a minute.
Very interested to see who's coming out. I don't recognize this music. Oh, wait a
What
second.
the hell is this? And he made this a title match.
I thought he was fired.
I thought he was gone. Oh, that conniving. I don't know. Adam doesn't know what's going on here, and we don't either. Brian Sinclair, he wrestles on the Ontario independent scene, but we've never seen him wrestle here in NCCW. He looks unbelievably confident heading into this.
It seems like President Adam Martin is not doing himself any favors. He let somebody into the inner circle, into the inner workings of NCCW, and now the snake in the grass has been shown as the last professional wrestler. Brian Sinclair is now making his in-ring debut as a competitor.
Sorry, go ahead.
And could be our new NCCW champion.
Surely if he finds a way to win, you can't fire him at that point if he's the champion. Wait a minute.
I am the #1 contender.
Now wait a minute.
His last act as executive consultant, he put himself on the roster and put himself in this match.
Blatant abuse of power in NCCW. Adam needs to get a hold of this guy.
Well, that's why he's been fired, but
It seems like he still has his one last little fizzle of flame he needs to go out with.
always he does.
Let's see how Sinclair fares against the champion. A pretty Ricky Willdy, am I correct?
Well, we've not seen, like I said, we've not seen Sinclair wrestle in NCCW, but you have to think he's not above some tactics here to find a way to win.
Look, I've kept an eye ever since Brian Sinclair has been part of an executive consultant here of NCCW. Brian Sinclair is a very successful mind wrestler. I've seen him in a lot of places across the Ontario scene and then some.
Ruthless.
He is a very ruthless competitor. I have to give it to him, but I thought, you know, you're in a different world. You want to have different positions. You got to make yourself malleable when you go across the wrestling circuit. I never thought I would see Brian Sinclair don the tights here at NCCW.
You know, this has got to be surprising for a lot of people here who've not seen him wrestle before. He is bringing it to the champion.
but the champion will never back down. We know the wars this man has done. We've seen the battles, especially in this very venue for the NCCW Heavyweight Championship.
Tell me a little bit more about our champion here. I need to know more about this guy. He's a walking enigma.
Yeah, he is an unbelievable pro wrestler. We've seen him many times here in NCCW. Wins over Alex Gagne, a #1 contenders match win over Ben Ortmans. He took the title last year from Hayden Backlund, someone you may be familiar with. They had a grueling rematch in the in the summer, and then in the fall, he beat Pretty Boy Smooth in a huge match.
Pretty Ricky Willdy is unpredictable as the best, but the aggressiveness is all the same as he's holding on to Sinclair, who's making his in-ring debut, and round he goes. Welcome to the ring, Sinclair, and welcome to Simcoe officially.
Now, how fast was he going in kilometers? I only know miles.
Whoa!
Fast enough, we know that.
Fast enough, miles, kilometers, no way he measured it. He almost took us out here at ringside. If we were any closer, we would be inside this ring.
I fear his feet would have been flying at my face.
Now, one thing that may not be coming across on the camera is how red Brian Sinclair's back is. He has been going through it here. You can see some bruising happening on his back already. I'm sure Ricky was not expecting to have to defend against Brian Sinclair here today.
Well, he was about to take on a monstrous Jesse V, but also in the same breath, maybe this is a relief for Pretty Ricky. But when you prepare for one opponent and then the rug is getting pulled out from under you.
Absolutely. You know, you're preparing for Jesse V. You're going to put on strength. You're going to put on some size to try and counter his size. Sinclair brings a completely different skill set to the match. You prepare differently.
You have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to mold your strategy and your look at how you want to go about this to whatever is thrown at you. And if I'm being honest, it seems like Ricky's got a good handle on what he's got going on right now.
And that's why he's champ. Bobby Baggs is losing control of this one quickly.
Nonetheless, we know the wars of Pretty Ricky Willdy, and we know how vicious that man can be. Remember that last man standing match for him to defend that title against Hayden Backlund. We saw the war against Pretty Boy Smooth. Pretty Ricky Willdy embodies NCCW.
Absolutely does. He is a local boy. He's from Brantford, not that far from here. This crowd loves Ricky. They've always loved Ricky since he debuted here. It's hard to even fathom a world anymore where Ricky's not the NCCW champion. But if Sinclair has his way, that's the world we're going to live in.
And it's one thing to be the champion, but to be a fighting champion of the people, it gives you a pedestal. It gives you a confidence that is very rare to find. So I think that sort of expectation adds a lot more fuel in the tank of Pretty Ricky Willdy.
Absolutely. Ricky knows that they come here to see him. He's the reason this building is full to the brim and then some here today. You could not fit anyone else here in the Royal Canadian Legion in Simcoe.
Immediate shutdown. I mean, for one thing, if I didn't know he was a champion, I'd be able to go, hey, is this guy a champion? Because he's got it.
You know, as much as we poke fun at Brian Sinclair, we make fun of him, he's here to fight. He's got something to prove.
Brian Sinclair going for the dropkick there.
And he's really bringing it here. He is not back down. You know, he's taking time on the outside and stuff like that, but he is absolutely here to fight. With a win, he will be the face of NCCW, whether we like it or not.
And how deep has this plan have been going on? You know, Brian Sinclair getting his mitts inside of the management team to help maybe potentially with KPK stealing the tag titles from Generation Now.
You say maybe, I say most certainly, because as you recall, they were removed from the tag team tournament. But then who was it that reinstated them to get into that tournament? They used Abu's briefcase to get that title shot. It was Brian Sinclair.
An attempt by Sinclair. Only a 2 count.
The snake in the grass, it seems to has now been punted, but now he has a very, very, very strong opponent against him that has the support of the people. Can he take this debut and run with it?
I mean, Sinclair is like almost a chimera of himself. He knows how to be a marketer. He knows how to be a manager. He now knows how to be a wrestler, clearly taking it to Pretty Ricky Willdy.
I mean, we heard them talk about it when Adam Martin and Brian Sinclair were out here earlier. He has helped bring NCCW to new heights. Would he take us to another level as champion?
You never know. Somebody could get their hands on gold and completely corrupt it from the inside out. It would no longer be a title of honor. It would be a title of evil.
Absolutely. That's well put, Summer.
And it would definitely change the landscape, especially with Kyle Boone eyeing Pretty Ricky Willdy for the championship if he succeeds. But what a way, what a knot in the plans, what a speed bump on the plans if Brian Sinclair becomes champion. God knows what else he had in his pocket before all these contingency plans. Maybe he's been preparing this since day one. Maybe when he was going to get eventually caught. Maybe this was the idea all along. An attempt by Sinclair. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, Brian Sinclair versus Kyle Boone in May doesn't quite have the same appeal to me as that match that we've been looking for, where it would be Ricky against Boone, what we've expected since Boone became #1 contender. I will say, though, I love this strategy from Sinclair. He's picked a body part, and he's going after it.
Sorry, Sean. Sinclair has easily found the very small pin-sized hole exploit here, and that was getting through management, getting to this point, and finally capitalizing to get what it seems like he's been after this entire time, betraying NCCW.
Roll up by Sinclair. And the rope, smartly done by Ricky.
You say smartly, it might have been a little bit of luck there as well, but the roll-up went nearly right into the rope there.
As Brian Sinclair just toying with Pretty Ricky Willdy.
There's a sentence I bet you did not expect to say today, CJ.
No,
Brian Sinclair toying with Pretty Ricky Willdy. Who saw that coming?
Pro wrestling is such a wild world, and we are seeing it in real time here at Norfolk County Championship Wrestling as Brian Sinclair, the former executive consultant, now in-ring competitor. And who knows about his future here in NCCW? President Adam Martin and management will let him do.
Sinclair had a front row seat to watching Ricky's title reign, and if I'm being honest with you, it could have easily just been planning and plotting to figure out what he has to do to beat him tonight.
And it could be this figure 4 leg lock after minutes of concentrating and damage on the knee, on the legs, the ligaments, and the ankle, all across Ricky Willdy, feeding off of the Simcoe crowd.
I don't know if Ricky knows how close he is to the ropes because he's in so much pain here. He should be able to reach out and almost get to them, but now they've rolled towards the middle. He's farther away. I don't know how he gets out of this.
Concentrating on trying not to feel the pain that is so prevalent. Make sure you know where you are, Ricky.
He might be out. The ref should be counting here.
Almost passing out from the pain here as Ricky Willdy trying to fight through this figure 4 leg lock.
The longer this stays on, the more damage it does. Ooh, the more difficult this becomes. Even if he can escape now, it's been in so long. Can Ricky stand? I mean, this is way more competitive than I think any of us anticipated a match between these two would be.
Because not only is Sinclair wrenching the legs, but cutting off the blood flow, making sure these legs are not going to work the same way the second Ricky gets back up on his feet, or even for a much longer period after this match. This could be career-altering.
And he turns it around in the center of the ring.
Smart turning around the pressure on Ricky's legs and now forcing Sinclair to break the hold.
He needed to find a way out of that. And he rotated the position he got. He turned it over. And you can see the limp that Ricky has. He's trying to use the crowd's energy to hype himself up here.
And Sinclair using his whole entire body to take the leg out from under Ricky.
We're watching as Ricky is broken down from the base on up. How are you going to recover when you've had so much damage dealt in one area?
Is the title fading here? It sure has that energy to it. It sure feels that way. That's a rough landing on the outside when you think about the damage that's already been done to those knees. There's no give in this floor.
And Brian Sinclair tossing Ricky into the outside.
Sinclair a little bit distracted.
Yeah. What is he doing right now?
As Bobby Bags trying to count on the outside. The championship cannot change hands on the outside due to a count out. But to this, I think Brian Sinclair's just having fun torturing our NCCW champion.
It's an odd choice to me to be trying to have fun right now when you could become champion. You could guarantee yourself a job here if you win this. Oh no, not on those chairs.
On the table for two, it seems. Planted the back of Ricky straight onto the chairs.
Yeah, his head hit that chair hard. Ricky is out. Ricky hasn't moved.
I think we're near a 10 count.
We're at 6 here. Now Brian's got to get him in the ring though to win the title. You can't leave Ricky out here on the floor.
But what a way to disrupt NCCW on your way out. It's like dousing the place in gasoline, then tossing a match and not looking back and injuring the NCCW Heavyweight Championship. And champion would be a way to get out of it.
Ricky still hasn't moved.
An attempt. Well,
I like this idea, actually.
Smart by Sinclair. Pin attempt. 1, 2.
Still having the fight in him. It looked like Sinclair had that for a moment. Almost had the title in his grasp.
You know, we talked about how Ricky feeds off this crowd. This is the loudest this crowd has been all night. The Let's Go Ricky chants. You know, he has the intangibles. He has the heart. Those things you can't measure, those are the things that Ricky does well.
And it shows. You have this amount of people supporting one person at once just from them being the champion of NCCW and promoting the community. All this crowd wants to see is their boy Ricky get that title and bring it home.
And you can tell the way that they boo when Sinclair gets on the attack. The way they're chanting, "Let's go, Ricky."
All of you magnificent people, here's a little going away gift from the last true professional.
I think Brian Sinclair's going to try to
break that leg.
That's not just going to end the title reign, that's going to end his career.
Absolutely. That's what he's trying to do here.
Sinclair, dude.
To the second rope. This can't happen. Not like this.
We did not even realize that we were walking in today. Brian Sinclair could be ending somebody's career here, but I think he almost ended his own career by missing Ricky's leg.
This is the breather that they need to recoup. Ricky has this moment to breathe, collect himself, feel that pain, but channel it and find the win here tonight.
It was a brutal landing for Sinclair. This is absolutely the chance that Ricky needs, and he is moving finally. You can see him getting to his feet. The louder the crowd is, the more energy Ricky has here.
But Brian Sinclair is still on the attack right now. But
Ricky is up.
We've seen this energy, this unhingedness starting, the little wiggle in his step, the jig in his steps.
Sinclair had his chance. He's in trouble now.
Absolutely not by Ricky.
Oh, you can hear that.
And this is the other side of Pretty Ricky Willdy. We know the fun in games. We know the wildness, but we know that Ricky just goes into this another part of his mind, and his body turns into almost an autopilot, and he would do anything, and I mean anything and everything, to become a winner as he climbs through the ropes with those legs shaky at best from all of the damage. Pretty Ricky Willdy, your NCCW champion, wants to put this away and put an exclamation mark.
Where is he getting this from?
Elbow drop on Sinclair.
There is only so much a person will do when they are pushed over the edge, and we just saw Ricky.
1, 2.
Oh, that was close. Sinclair reached for the rope and nearly missed it.
Putting everything he had in that elbow drop, hoping for that 3 count, and Sinclair still found the bottom rope.
We've seen him win matches with that elbow drop. It speaks highly of Sinclair that he found a way. He had the wherewithal to find his way to the rope.
If it's not the elbow drop, it's what he likes to call the wreck-a-mole.
Not yet.
We might see it, but Sinclair pulls to the tights and almost steals the NCCW title away from all of us here in Norfolk.
Here it comes.
Wreck-a-mole!
Oh, no. Bobby, someone needs to check on Bobby.
The official struck by that absolutely clobbering
No.
clothesline.
I don't know if you can see Sinclair here.
No,
He's got his eyes on the title. Not like this.
Come on, dude, not like this.
Not like this.
Sinclair is going to showcase what his
No,
true
did you hear
colors
that?
are.
Did you hear that? He's out. He's out. No.
1, 2.
Oh my God. How? How did he find a way?
The champion is still in this match.
Our collective hearts almost dropped into our collective stomachs. And now Sinclair's just insulting everything that NCCW stood for.
Disrespect.
You did all of this planning, you got to the top, you get fired, and you finally have this opportunity. Do not lose it
You know,
at
he
this
got
point.
this opportunity by stealing it, by cheating, by cutting corners. The stakes will show.
A kiss.
A kiss for good luck.
Wreck-a-mole.
1, 2, 3.
He's done it.
Pretty Ricky Willdy
What a match.
came out of nowhere, digged in deep, and the power of Norfolk was behind him. And still, but now, the stage is set.
Now we know the main event in May. It will be Ricky Willdy, and it will be Kyle Boone.
But even the poison cannot kill Pretty Ricky Willdy.
Someone's O is gonna have to go. We can see Sinclair and Adam getting into it over there. Sinclair is livid about how that went. He came so close.
And a victory lap for our NCCW champion here at No Man's Land.